In today's video, it's gonna be a touchy one. We're coming behind another pest control company who offered 100% guarantee because supposedly they sealed everything on the outside. They're claiming it's the city sewer rat, so they say it's not their fault. They walked.
Let's find out if they were right.
Or if they have to give their money back.
Let's get started. All right, so as the team gets started, David and I are going to do a walkthrough and get an understanding of where these rats are migrating within the structure. Let's go do that now.
So, you know, you're right.
But most of the activity, though, is in that front. Yeah, it's in that ceiling.
It's in that front, but then his closet is right here.
Okay.
And he said he hears them in the wall of this closet, and it's in the inside of the house.
Okay. And did the other company, they excluded from the top?
They did. They went up in the attic. They caught rats in the attic. They caught babies. They set traps and stuff.
Right above that is where I heard them very frequently,
Okay.
like in the corner of my closet. And they were right there. Like if they take my closet apart, that little wall where my boots are,
Okay.
that is where I heard them a lot.
Okay, okay.
And very clearly.
Where is the entry point that's causing noise in that ceiling? Justin, he's got this face that David and I laugh every time. So if we say a joke, this is what Justin does. Okay, so every hole that we find today from this company, you have to make that face. Is that a deal?
I'm gonna have to make it a lot today, I feel like.
Here we go. Right there. Right up in here. We gotta inject smoke in here, but this was never excluded by the other guys. Look at that. It's open, but it's not as big as that front corner there, and that front corner matches up to exactly where they're hearing that activity, so that's definitely a suspect area there. So you can see they've hired another company to come out and do the exclusion work. Justin, we're gonna have to check the wire mesh on the backside because I can put my hand up through here. I just don't know how it terminates on the other side of this wall.
I can crawl in there too and take a look. Yeah, it feels like it's not too flush, so it might be. Feels like they just secured it with foam. Yeah, this should hold up for maybe next month. They shoved glue and mesh and called it good. How long is that going to stick to the brick?
So rats could be coming up through here, going into that cable line. We're going to investigate this right here to see if they're climbing up into that area right there. All right, so you can see right here there's an electrical box, and then you've got electrical lines that go all the way to the top here. And once we get our ladder, I'll show you guys. Absolutely incredible. They can see that they've climbed up there and they started to chew the wood there. Is there a hole right there, bro?
Right here.
Is there a hole?
Mm-hmm. Perfect little spot.
I know we should be having gloves, guys. I get it. I get it. We're just waiting for the truck and we have so much anticipation to get this started.
They foamed all the way up to the crack, then didn't get the spot, the actual hole.
See how they excluded here, but then they missed this?
That's why you want to take wire mesh at least 6 inches to a foot down so they can't burrow like that.
Listen guys, I think I hear a rat back here. Let's see if we can find him.
Oh, there he is. How we looking here, Dave? Okay, found another hole that leads right into the deck, underneath this deck here. Check it out. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, see now Cole's just trying to take credit for that. So in this right here, this goes right into the crawl space directly underneath the house. So good find, Dave. Good find. Thank you, Jim. I really appreciate it. That's why it's important to hire the right people. You've got to be thorough. You can wrap an entire house, but 2 holes left can defeat the entire purpose. Looks like Dave found another one. I feel air coming out of here. It's gonna be interesting to see if these lead up right up into the ceiling here. I already got 3 of them now that are suspect that lead right into the home. You can see this is a flat roof here, heading up to the top level. All right, so Justin, we're above the master right now. That's probably the shower. That's that toilet. He's doing a sniff check.
I don't even smell sewer odor.
Okay. Nothing.
No, just sewer.
Beautiful here.
We have got to figure out how these rats are getting in. We're going to be doing a very comprehensive investigation. There's Dave. That's one of his favorite hot spots is roof overlaps. Let's go check in. Found another opening right here. This is why you'd never, ever, ever want to use foam. Ever, 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 ever listen to my brother. So they use foam here, and you can see right there that wood is chewed up again. This leads right into the attic area. So if you're a pest controller, you guys got to stay far away from injecting foam to seal up. This is not sustainable. It's going to end up costing you a lot of money, a lot of frustrated customers. This is not rat extermination, guys. You cannot use foam. Only time you want to use foam is to isolate certain areas. And if you, like, for example, if we're in a crawl space and we want to know how they're coming and going through something and we just don't know, we'll inject a little foam. And if they're chewing the foam, depending on what side, that'll give us the intel as to which direction they're coming in. But this is the only time that we use foam. No, the only time I use foam is in my coffee in the mornings. Foam it up, little cappuccino, little vanilla latte. That's the only time I use foam. This is going to be an intense moment because, as you heard her, they've paid for all of the exclusion work, and this pest control assured them that everything is sealed up. Our guarantee, our warranty is completely void at this point because they think it's the sewer rat. We're going to document everything. If we find any holes that they've missed, this bill is going to be on them. Pretty much sealed there. All right, so since David got the first contact with Rob, Dave is going to be the reporter for Rob. I'm going to document all of the openings, which falls under negligence from the other pest controller. Now, please, please understand, if you're a pest controller watching this, I am not here to try to bash any pest controller, so apologize in the past if we come across a little arrogant and bashing other pest controllers. That's not our intention. So we're just here to educate, but we definitely want to work with you guys. We do not want to have any sort of beef with anybody out there. We just got back from the pest world, and it was funny. Some of the pest controller, the technicians, they walked by our booth. You can tell there was a little timid. They were timid to approach us. But a couple of the comments were, boy, I can't believe you guys are here. That's like, you know, that's really brave that you guys are here. And we're thinking of ourselves, we're not ever. I mean, if you guys show one video that we have lowered our standards to really bash a pest control company, that's not who we are. Yes, we're exposing the weaknesses. We are here to represent our customer who has to pay us to come up after other companies. That's why most of you guys now are doing smoke tests. More and more we're hearing
Way
that.
more.
And that right there is a sign that we are making a positive impact. So I just wanted to say my 2 cents here.
A few minutes later.
All right, so the guys are up on the roof with the smoke machine. Jess and I are getting the attic prepped, and they're hearing a lot of activity right here. In addition, they did a smoke test, and they did get some smoke up into the attic. Why they didn't continue to investigate just shows me that they don't know what they're doing. All right, so Justin already says he can smell the scents of rat urine and droppings if you...
I see rat fur right here.
Do you really?
Yeah.
10-4, we are ready. See the spray foam traps right off the bat. Another trap. All that bait is gone. All right, so that is the laundry and the bathroom stack right there, that white PVC. Hey Josh.
Yes, sir.
Tap on the stack that you guys are inserting the smoke. Tap on it. Okay, got it. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna go inside the bathroom, see if we see any smoke. I'm getting smoke, you guys. Look at this. Look at this smoke. Look at this. Hey guys, I'm getting smoke. I'm getting smoke. It's a pea trap. Open that pantry.
Dude, it's probably coming from the
Oh, right here, look.
Yeah.
Oh, right here, they left the...
Yeah. What was your assessment in the attic?
Yeah, so there was no smoke that I was seeing. They do have knob and tube wiring up there though. If that's still connected, that's a huge fire hazard. They need to get that replaced.
Dave, I need you to report this since you're the reporter to Rob. I need you to report this. We've got something. Let's go to the back porch. There's a lot of smoke in the back. I can see it.
Oh, dude, out of the roof.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Tons of smoke coming out of here, you guys. Tons of smoke. And look at that. There's Rob's closet. That's exactly where he's hearing the noise, right there. Okay, so Dave's going to be reporting to Rob. We're inside your kitchen, and right underneath the wine refrigerator, you can see the amount of smoke. You guys, was that good reporting? Post in the comments, 1 through 10. 10 being amazing, 1 being okay. Oh yeah. It's a wide open clean out. We call it a dirty arm.
It might be from the crawl space. Oh no, it looks like
It's open.
funneling down.
No, it's coming from this side.
Let's go.
And look at all the droppings, you guys. Look at all the droppings.
Coming out right through here, look. It's coming right out of that thing.
So we're testing that vent that was bent and wasn't getting smoke, and so right now he just shoved the smoke into there. He's saying the smoke isn't traveling down, so it might be a blocked pipe or like an old pipe that they just cut off.
Got it.
But he's trying to check right now.
Nice. Is that? Oh, that's a spray foam. Something's chewed up in here.
Looks like... Yo, is there something on behind this?
That's why I want to open it up.
No, is there something behind that?
Oh, so Josh is saying cutting up here into this bathroom here. Oh yeah, take that, see if that comes off.
Of course.
No.
Puppy, but it's gonna be...
Oh yeah, why don't we open it up right here?
Listen guys, they call me the one cut wonder. I'm gonna cut one time, and I'm gonna find the breach.
Josh says he's done this a million times. He knows exactly where the breach is. I trust his logic and what he's saying, so we're gonna see right here.
Montage.
Yes, sir.
This is the moment. Let's see if Josh is right. He's a little nervous, so when Josh gets nervous, he has this little smile.
The moment of truth.
This is what the rats are coming in, or no? Oh, I see pipe, but I don't see a broken pipe. I see pipe, but I don't see a broken pipe. Yeah, see, I told Josh I wanted to open that up. He goes, no, we got to go up higher, which makes sense, but let's see. Is Josh right, or am I right?
We're gonna open up this spot right here, see where it leads to the right, and see if we can find an opening right here.
Yes, that's white pipe.
Dude,
So who was right?
You were right.
maybe.
I don't know what the end of that is.
Oh, it leads to the side over here.
All right, so I got Jose. He's gonna get the smoke back on. We're going back. Here we go. It's not over yet, guys. There's, I believe, my belief is there's going to be the roof rat and the sewer rat.
Hey, Jose, do the smoke.
It might be
Hey,
the
listen,
crawl
you might be wrong, Dave, but it's the moment of truth.
Let me.
That doesn't have it. When you stick your head through, you don't see a back cap to it, like a clean out cap.
Shoot.
It is coming from up.
I'm not seeing it down here.
Yeah, coming from the top. All right, so we're gonna head upstairs to that bathroom or to that bedroom, Rob's bedroom, right where he was hearing the wall. If you remember the mom saying that they're right here. He's saying he hears a lot of activity right here. So go up to that ladder, tap on that pipe.
Okay.
Look, it might be right here because the toilet.
Yes.
Right here.
Hold on.
Right here, I feel it.
Do it again, harder. Look at this little patch.
Oh yeah, I think you went right.
Okay, right here. Let's open up right here.
Oh wow. Whoa, where's the pipe? Oh, I feel smoke. Oh, it was running up right next
There's
to
a pipe right there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's open up right here.
Jose, turn the smoke on.
Copy.
Thank you.
All right, you can see the 4-inch right there. It looks fully intact there, but we'll see here. I'm not seeing a lot of droppings either.
Shut it off, please.
We're getting a lot of smoke coming in from right here. There's an old cast iron line over here that it looks like it's coming from.
You gotta feel the hole.
All right, so we've got it opened up. So let's take a peek where that smoke was coming from. This looks good. Oh, no way. Guys, there's a breach. Guys, it's massive, it's wide open. As you guys can see, we've got it all plugged up. And so now we're gonna conduct the second round of smoke just to confirm that that's the breach the smoke was coming from and there's nothing else. Yeah, way better.
Nothing, right?
Yeah, just a little tiny bit of where it's obviously funneling from the sides. Yeah. It's pretty awesome that a company would offer a 100% guarantee, but a refund could be on the line.
So the other pest controller actually found this opening here, injected expansion foam right there. But this is what they missed. I can't wait to insert a camera here and verify, because this just seems wide open right into that ceiling there. All right, so Dave's all excited about his hole here. He's going to be inserting the camera. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it is. Look at that. Holy. Okay.
Oh yeah, look at that right there. Yep. Look at that chewing right there. Massive gap. So this is the front of the house, you guys. You can see these openings right here. What did you find?
They tried to glue these things in. I don't know where this one went though. This one's just completely missing.
Where?
There's one that's like sideways.
Oh, look at that. Yep. I need you. That's two reactions. This is gonna be a fun day.
Perfect.
So this is one of the concerns I have here is you got this shallow here. Look at this little burrowing action could happen. really easily. So that's a concern that a lot of pest controllers miss. Just, you know, they think, oh, rock, right? But right under. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to crawl under there.
This is a tight one.
So which set of twins is going under?
Ooh,
That's the real question.
Paper, scissors, rocks, bro. Or rock, paper, scissors. Guys, we're getting too old to be crawling. Please, please send us the luck that we win the rock, paper, scissors. Here we go. Oh, David. No.
Yeah! Let's go! World champion, baby. Even though we won, I want to go with Jim. Dave's getting too old. He can't crawl anymore. It's not for him.
The timing is perfect because Jose's up on top of the roof. They're going to be injecting the smoke. So the good news is during our investigation underneath the crawl space, if we detect any smoke, we'll radio the guys and let them know. All right, wish me luck. Here we go. There's a trap. All the bait completely gone. This is why we invented the twin trap. Look at this, I'm putting pressure on this. Look at this. Boom. So here's that footing along that front deck there. Right off the bat, look at this. Right, there's the deck. Rats can get right underneath these leaves right here. Look at that. That's another hole. Look at this, Justin. Here's another trap that's deployed. Unbelievable. No bait. They sprayed foam all the way on the ground, the dirt level. This is going to be interesting what we find here. I've never witnessed foam get attached to soil.
Look at this, Jim.
Jeez. Again. Any smoke, Justin?
Nope. I'm just seeing, looks like bad connections.
Like Cole said, pretty awesome that they would have a written 100% guarantee. But right off the bat, we're seeing some work that does not substantiate a guarantee for sure. That's scary. All right, so I'm gonna inspect further along this footing wall here, right in front of that deck. I gotta climb over.
There's a foot of something here.
What?
It's something's foot.
A foot?
Yeah.
An animal foot?
Yeah. You see it? It's right next to this main line.
So, you guys remember when Justin made the remark, you guys are too old to get under here? Check this out. I caught him sleeping. Hey, Justin.
What's up, dude?
What are you doing? I'm doing all the crawling and inspecting and you're taking a nap?
No, I was brainstorming.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot to think about, and it just, thoughts come to me when I'm closing my eyes, you know?
Got it. Okay. Oh, look at this. It's a bone of, looks like a skunk skull. Wow. Wonder how he died. All right, I'm gonna go meet Justin over there. He found this concrete pit of some kind. So we're gonna explore that, and then we're gonna head towards the front. Really curious if there's any entry points underneath that porch.
Might be an old bunker or something.
Or it could be where the air conditioner was at one time. Maybe.
Probably more realistic.
You guys post in the comments, what do you think this was underneath the crawl space?
There's another bone.
Okay, so now we're gonna continue to head towards the front. Dave's gonna meet us there. Justin said there's a gas line over there. I'm wondering if it's easier for me to get underneath the raccoon poop pit and cross that to get on the other side. Yeah, that was a good idea. Hey Justin.
Yeah.
I beat you.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, that's what I was telling you about.
Yeah.
You gotta document that for Rob. They could have used staples and went all the way across. But rats can climb through that hole and squeeze their way up right back into the crawl space. Hey Dave. Yeah. Put your hand up here.
And
Nice
this
and slow in this
right here.
crawl like a rat. There you go. Look at that. All the way up into the crawl space.
Cool, bro.
Yep.
And then right here.
There's Dave's fingers. There's Dave's fingers right there. Check that out. That's not proper exclusion. Look at that. They used foam. Right here. Look at that. Sorry, that's the deal. Take your mask off. We got to see the nose squinch and everything. Here we go. All right, so same thing applies along that side there, you guys. Don't need to show you all that and be repetitive. They used about 4 or 5 screws to attach the wire mesh there. So that's going to have to be redone. I feel bad disclosing all this because I know what it's like as a company, but this type of experience for them will also make them better, hopefully. So whoever the manager of this company is, they're going to see it and they're going to say, wait a minute, we got to get better. We got to get better training, get better technicians, because that's all it is better training. And that's why you see Justin and Cole, Anthony and Brian and Enrique, they're on our jobs over and over. Why? Because we've trained them. They've made mistakes. We've all made mistakes. But those mistakes has made us better. Guys found a lot, huh? We did. Incredible.
Thank God I didn't have that extra burrito.
Notice how the older twin wasn't struggling there, but the younger twin was huffing and puffing.
When I went in the raccoon pit, that concrete really jammed my finger pretty bad. I saw part of it, and then looks like I fought the raccoon, but I won.
I think you fought your stomach.
Yeah.
Soon after.
I want to take a quick moment and showcase their traps versus our traps. If you notice in both the attic and the crawl space, their traps were either flipped over, bait missing, or just never deployed at all. Here's the difference between this trap and the twin trap. With these smart rats and mice, a lot of the times they'll just come right up to this bait plate, they'll sit here, they'll eat all the bait. As you can see, it's not moving at all. With our twin trap, they come up, they smell our little pre-bait right here, and then they go up to the trap, boom, done. And here's the other difference. With the twin trap, you'll notice this platform stabilizes everything, and so that the trap can't just flip over, big rats can't just take it and walk off with it. And because of the polished ABS, their hind legs continue to slip with no grip. So if you're battling rats, it's super important to seal everything and then have the right trapping devices.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is that corner that David fell, I'm gonna get this right here. This will be our injection right here for that area. You've got to be creative on these jobs, so I like that. I like it. All right, we're going inside the house to see if we're getting any smoke. Might be just building up in that wall cavity, Dave.
Sealed up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's one right here
Okay.
that is very frequently traveled, and it's almost like every time we hear them, and we're right here in the living room, and we haven't heard them in a while, but they would come running here, and then wham.
All right, so we got tons of smoke coming out of this wall here. If we seal this up, then anything that's caught in that ceiling is gonna go crazy. So what we're gonna do is build a containment on this corner. The client is requesting us to open that up so we can set a camera and the twin trap up there. So in the event we do block that up and they're stuck in there, we can trap them. So the team is in there getting prepped right now. Let's go check out and see what they're doing.
Yo, did you find something? You said you found something?
Dude, I made a huge discovery. I'm snaking the vent right here, and I was trying to find that breach we found earlier, but I made a huge discovery instead.
Gosh.
I wonder who just let that one go.
I think Jose said he was inside going to the bathroom.
Josh said to just push right through it, so we're gonna have to pull her out, dude.
All right, you got that. Let's go back down and help Jim and David.
5 minutes later.
Oh, he's got the
5 guys to make a 4x4 containment. In 5 minutes by himself. He would tell us to leave.
Good to go.
All right, so Dave's gonna take a peek now that we have the incision.
Not getting a lot, it just went away. All right, so we're definitely getting smoke pouring out of that corner into this chase here.
I know, I'm... Red, put it back to where you just had it. There we go, there we go. It's a lot. Yeah.
All right, so now it's time to really get down and dirty in that attic, figure out where most of the activity is, and that's what we're gonna do right now.
I'm interested in that far corner where the city electrical comes in. There's definitely some activity there.
10 seconds later.
All right, we're gonna head over to that far corner. We're gonna shut the lights off and see if we see any daylight that's coming through this attic here. You can see completely spray foamed. Me and Justin again. We went from the bottom to the top.
Oh wait, I see it.
Hold on.
Wait, I see it. I see it right here.
Daylight?
Yeah,
Where?
through the foam.
So the spray foam guy says that rats can't chew through this. Let's go verify that. Oh, it's chewed out.
Dude, it's a giant hole. Right here. Oh my god, dude.
There's drop-ins all through here too.
Everything that you've seen from Justin and I crawling to the smoke testing to making incisions, this is the process. It sounds like, or it looks like it's a lot of work, but this is what it takes to win the war on rats.
Yeah, it is. Come on.
That is the money shot. That right there is what's causing the rat activity inside this house. All right, guys, so conclusion is there was a lot of holes. The majority of the activity is definitely the roof rat, not so much with the sewer at all. So as Cole indicated in the very beginning, looks like they're gonna either have to refund the money or he's gonna give them an opportunity to come back and correct all of the mistakes. Homeowners, if you are going to hire a pest control company to come out and do any exclusion work, you've got to make sure in writing that they are going to offer you that 100% guarantee. That's incredible. And let them know if they walk off and say, yep, everything is sealed, it's going to be the sewer rat. Make sure that you put in writing that in the event that it's not sewer, that they have to pay for the company to come out and conduct that test because you are following their instructions as a professional. So that's a little quick tip to protect yourself. Just one in the attic. We're gonna do a little bit of exclusion work for them, just anything that's evident. We're already here. You can see Dave, he's adding some concrete here. Yeah, this should have never been foamed or excluded with wire mesh. Fill this up with concrete. Once you add concrete and it cures, you're done. We're gonna load this up here, especially this corner here with some of our detour jowl. That's really gonna stop them. And then he's gonna order some cones for this wire. He is gonna call the city, and I guess they offered putting this underground, so that'll prevent them from getting up there for sure. All right, so Jose and I have an idea. We're gonna climb up there, we're gonna add a bunch of detour gel, but we're gonna add a camera tonight and see if we can see any activity. I wanna show you guys how irritated these rats get when the detour gel makes any contact with them. And then the conduit pipes, yep, load it right there.
That detour is no joke. Look at this. Rats are not gonna like that.
Meanwhile,
All right, well, Josh is outside getting everything sealed up. I'm going through getting a few of the cameras set up so that way we can monitor these highways and hopefully pull a few out tonight. I thought this pipe right here would be a good spot just because it's going right over that corner where they've been chewing and gnawing at and coming up into the attic. It's also got all this grease. So the goal is to have them come down here like normal, smell this peanut butter, get caught right by this strap. You can see there's a nice little crunchy one. It's probably been up here for a while, so we'll get that removed for him. Okay, so we've also got a second camera set up here on a twin trap where client was hearing all of the activity. That way, hopefully, we can see some activity tonight, get them all taken care of.
Cole is doing the roof overlaps. We'll check that out and see how he's doing there. In the meantime, you got Jose and Josh. They're sealing all those holes right there. Oh, he's down in there deep. Look at all the spray foam he's taken out.
Yeah, and then we'll go back over and we'll either reconcrete or refoam it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Great work, my friend.
Yeah, and as you can see in today's journey, obviously all the different technical things that go into rodent control. It's not just going through, putting a little bit of mesh, putting a little bit of foam, because there's sewer rats, there's roof rats, there's Norway rats. And so if you guys are interested in opening up your own franchise, I'm glad my brother and I did. We'd be happy to personally fly out to you and train you to get you all set up and ready to go. Link's right here.
All right, so earlier we talked about rats loving this type of environment. We have something that we're testing out. We can't show you the internal function of it, but this is going to be our new trap. You see the white box right here? We've got it all set up. All right, so this is the proper exclusion. If these guys would have just done this, problem would have been solved. Good job today, team.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we accomplished a lot today.
Absolutely.
It's crazy how many holes we found on the exterior.
And the way that the other companies do it, it's kind of embarrassing, but
Yeah,
it is what
really
it is, man.
Well, I mean, what do you guys think after everything we've been through on this job? Do you think it's the roof rat or do you think it's the sewer rat?
With everything showing, it's definitely the roof rat.
Cool.
Yeah, in my opinion, based off all the openings on the exterior and all the chew marks, I'm definitely thinking it's the roof rat.
I have to concur with that, especially with that utility electrical line getting into that corner. When Justin and I crawled and saw that daylight, absolutely, that right there is definitely the hot spot.
A lot of times when we see openings or breaches in the sewer pipe, we would see a ton of rat droppings around that perimeter. Most of the activity was up in that attic, right in the corner there. So I'm a big believer that the roof rat is what's taking control of this home.
We're gonna be here tomorrow. Hope you're happy with everything we done today, man.
Dude, thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you
You guys
so
crushed
much.
it.
The next morning.
All right, day 2, we're gonna continue doing the exclusion work in the front and get that plumbing repaired. The good news for Rob is
No more activity last night on all of the cameras, from the crawl space to the attic to that ceiling,
And
even the
even the
tree.
tree.
No
Darn it.
activity. Yeah, we were hoping for something, but happy for Rob that there is no more activity. We're going to continue to monitor though and make sure and verify, because you never know. But right now, guys, things are looking really, really good.
Exclusion time.
He wants us to go ahead and apply wire mesh up front here and just cover all of these holes. So you can see Cole is starting to trench. And once we finish the bottom here, we're gonna get back up on the roof. We're gonna install the rack caps, lifetime warranted.
this is a trick you probably have never seen before. So these corners here are very, very vulnerable because there's a lot of space that leads right up into the attic area. This here is a product that we're gonna be utilizing a lot. It's rubber, but there's stainless steel rods, wires that run through this here. So check this out. Take the rubber, put it in the corner, mark out precisely. Hear that snapping? That's all the wire. See that, those metal rivets there? Just showing you it's all metallized inside. Look at that. I know some of you say, oh, I just use concrete. Well, this is an alternative to concrete. Concrete, you've got to mix it, you've got to inject it up there, it drops to the floor. This is just a quick cut and install. Post in the comments. You guys like that idea?
More moments later.
And guys, we do a lot of crawling. We're educating. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We need your help to really grow our channel. And with the algorithm with YouTube, the more you like, the more you comment, the more you subscribe, it just makes us eager to do more videos for you guys. So please share the videos as well. No activity in our new tree rat trap. No activity where the detour gel was. No activity in the crawl space, nor the attic, nor the ceiling. All right, so Josh and I, we're gonna be doing the sanitizing. Remember behind that wine cooler, liquor cooler? We're gonna pull that back, vacuum all that up, and then we're gonna use the Twinzyme and deodorize everything. You know, customers will often say when you give them a price, well, that's a little bit too much. Well, what is too much? What are you comparing that to, right? At the end of the day, people will spend, let's just say $2,000 for a home like this. It sounds really good, right? But at the end of the day, it's not gonna solve the problem. If you're gonna hire a professional that really does this for a living, it is a lot of work. The investigation alone is a lot of work. The exclusion work to do it right is a lot of work. You've gotta pay for it if you want to live in a home rodent-free.
Much better.
All right, what I'm afraid of now is now that we have Rob's house pretty much sealed up, this house next door may get impacted. It's under construction. But again, rodents are always looking for shelter.
Justin, look at this hole.
Now that's how you solve
A rat issue.
Dave?
This deserves
The
Rat dance.
Extermination. Job solved. We will see you on the next one.